Hi, welcome to the fourth session. If you're just joining, it's very important that you know that we have three other sessions that have come before this one. So it's good if you go back and watch them. Hmm. Today we're handling a topic called fatherhood and the pressure cooker. By the way, my name is Dozie Chuks. All right. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'm a software engineer and someone who likes to have conversations that are typically ignored or overlooked generally. All right. Today we're handling a topic called fatherhood and the pressure cooker. How being a father or how being a dad affects mental well-being. All right. I think I need to breathe because this is a deep one coming from someone that is not a dad. However, I have had a dad of my own, and God bless his soul, he's late. But it's also very important that you know that I'm someone who pays close attention to people around me, and I've seen and I've noticed, and some of the things I'm going to be telling you are also things that I've been able to observe over time. So if there's anything you should know why I'm eligible to talk to you about this is because I've also had a dad. All right? Thank you. Hmm. You know, there's a side of fatherhood that we celebrate a lot. The smiles, the family photos, the school graduations, the proud moments. These are the sides everybody really wants to experience. These are the sides that most times men have in mind when they are becoming fathers. Oh, I just want to hold my daughter for the first time. Oh, I just want to walk my daughter down the aisle. These are very nice moments that people want to experience. But the truth is, there are also parts of fatherhood that we don't get to really want to even acknowledge that they're there, right? And that's the pressure, the weight, the responsibility. For many men, becoming a father is one of the greatest joys of their life. However, it can also be one of the most demanding roles that they will ever carry. One of the most, should I say this? I have someone close to me in a way. He has a son now, and I can see how much of his life has changed. I've seen how much of his life now revolves around his son. You guys could plan to go somewhere, and he says, well, my son is not feeling fine now. I'm sorry, I can't make it. I have to go to the hospital. Like his plan just changes. And so his plans are just revolving around his son. Now, that is one thing that we may not really recognize at the point of wishes. When wishes are behaving like horses, we just want these things, but necessarily not knowing how much impact it's going to have on our lives. Are they good? Yes, but you just need to know that these things exist. So I'm going to talk about three main points. And the first point I'm going to talk about is the weight that nobody sees. There are a lot of things a father, I'm not talking of men now, a lot of things that a father goes through that nobody really sees. So a father often feels responsible for things that nobody explicitly asks him to carry. Nobody's saying, do this, do this. But on his own, he just feels like, well, that's why I'm your dad. Why didn't you talk to me? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you? He's just mad about it. I have a friend that his parents pulled him out from boarding school simply because he didn't complain about something. His dad was mad. So his dad was like, so if someone is dying here, you're not going to say anything. Nobody asked him to worry about that, but he just feels like I'm your father, so automatically it's my problem. And I think that that is why God intentionally refers to us as his children and he as our father, so that we can try to experience that kind of responsibility kind of vibe on his own side. All right. So providing, protecting, planning, leading, solving problems, preparing for the future. Nobody explicitly asks men to solve these things I just mentioned. However, nobody sees it when many fathers wake up every day asking themselves, am I doing well enough? Am I giving my family what they need? What happens if I fail? This is one question that scares men the most. What if one day I wake up and I'm not able to provide for my family again? What if one day I wake up and they need this and I can't do it? What if, there are a lot of things that go through the mind of men. And so when someone is telling you, appreciate the men in your life, you think it's still a competition of men versus women and all those gender battle rubbish that people are doing. It is not about that. The one in your life, appreciate them. Because all these other people telling you gender, blah, 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 men are this, men are that. When your own scatters, they will leave you and do what? Continue their life. Recruit more people into their rubbish. Please, I'm begging you now, take out time to appreciate the men in your life, because a lot of things that this man is thinking about, you don't even know. In your head, he's just thinking about the money. Even rich men are depressed. Billionaires are depressed. Why? Because they are afraid. What if I'm not here to protect my family again? What if I can't help them? Do you know how frustrating that kind of thought is? When you don't even have an answer to what you're thinking about. You don't have an answer to what you're thinking about. And you don't even want to find out what it's like, because you're actually not going to be there to actually know what the answer is. It is very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. And if me that is not even married, if me that doesn't have a child is having this feeling already, imagine the people who actually have children running around them, playing in front of them, daddy, daddy, daddy. Just think about how their mental state is thinking about these things. And all right, so please take out time, because many fathers feel like they must always be strong and they rarely talk about it. They rarely talk about it. Second point I want to mention here is that providing is not the same as parenting. Many men grew up believing that being a good father is simply paying the bills and all of that. And yes, provision matters a lot, but children need more than money. They need presence. They need children, they need presence, they need conversations, they need encouragement, they need memories. All right, parents and fathers, please do better, because you see how mothers now, your child grows up and carries all the attention and puts on the wife, because you as a father, you will carry your money, give your wife and say, take the children out, please, I want to rest. And then you do what? Your mom takes them out and your children are playing, and anytime they play and turn around to look at their parents, who are they seeing? Your wife. And when they keep seeing your wife, they know that you're the one bringing the money. But who are they bonding with? Your wife. So try and be present. I know it's not easy, but try. One of the greatest gifts a father can give isn't what he earns, it is who he is when he is around. You shouldn't come back and your children are scamping to escape from your presence. All right. Sometimes a child will remember the football match you attended more than the extra hours you worked. Balance matters a lot. Till tomorrow, when I was growing up, we had a game called Sega. I don't know if this generation even knows about it. There's a game called Sega. I had that game when I was growing up. And coincidentally, when they bought it for me, shortly after, my elder brother went to secondary school. So it was mostly me playing it alone. That's even when I get to play it, because I can really play it when my parents are really not around. Because once they're around, they will say, you've been playing that game since morning, even if I just started 5 minutes ago. And so what happens? There was a particular day that my dad was like, hey, this game you're always playing, Seth. In fact, let's play it together. And I'm not even joking. I remember everything about that game. Every single thing about that game. I don't even think my siblings even know this thing I'm talking about, but everything about that game, I remember it to the T. First, my dad was like, oh yeah, tell me what to press. And me as a child, I just want to win. So I would tell him, press. Then it was ABC 1 2 3. I don't know if you guys remember. So press A to shoot, B to pass, and he'll look at the pad, and before he finished looking up, I've scored. My dad say, "You're not teaching me. You're not teaching me." And you know, after a while, he'll say, "You're cheating me. You're cheating." And he was just behaving like a child with me. And to me, that meant a lot to me. And even if he later gave up on the game and went inside, and I put it back on one player and continued playing, and after like an hour or 30 minutes, he came out and was like, "Oh yeah, off that game, you've played it too much. Go and read your book or something." You know, till tomorrow, I still feel a certain form of connection with my dad over that game that significantly meant nothing to him. I'm not sure that is part of the things he will remember in his life. But to me, that meant a lot because that's one of the memories I have with my dad. All right. Third point I want to mention here, and let me now run because of time. You cannot pour from an empty cup. I've said it before. One of the ways you can help and ensure that the people around you are okay, one of the ways that you can make sure that the people around you are fine is by making sure that you are there. Making sure that you are there. And you cannot be there if you're not taking care of yourself too. So even when you're exhausted emotionally, mentally, physically, try to take care of yourself. You know, don't spend all your time saying, "Are my children okay? Is my spouse okay? Are these bills paid?" These things are fine. Make sure you also take care of yourself. A healthy father is often better positioned to raise healthy children. All right? Please, 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 please. It's very important that you understand this thing. And every time you get the opportunity to spend time with your children, please do. Please do. You may think that it doesn't matter much. Make videos, video them. So that tomorrow when they say you didn't do anything for me, just go and say, all right, take this memory card. Come back to me after 3 days. All right? You don't know how important memories are to children. All right. Yeah. Let's talk about the reflection for this session. Whether you are already a father or hoping to become one, or playing a father-like role in someone's life, the reality remains the same. People often look to men for strength. But strength doesn't mean carrying every burden silently. It means carrying responsibility wisely. Even fathers need support. Even fathers need rest. Even fathers need encouragement. So please, encourage someone. Support a man. Support your father. All right? Support. Don't say, "Oh, he's already paying it. Let me leave him." Please, support them. All right? Now, this is the main challenge for this session. This is a challenge I'm giving to you. If you are a father, ask yourself these questions. Number one, when last did I rest intentionally? When last did you rest intentionally? Number two, when last did I spend quality time with my children without distraction? Number three, when last did I talk honestly with another man about the pressure that I'm facing? All right, men face similar pressures. So one of the ways to get like minds and opinions on the problems you are facing is by talking to men. All right, am I only providing financially, or am I providing emotionally also? Please think about that. And if your father is still alive now, this is for those of you that are probably not fathers yet, but your dad is still there. Reach out to your parents, reach out to your dad. Sometimes the men carrying the most pressure, all they want to hear is thank you. Thank you. All right, I'll close this way. Fatherhood is a privilege. It is also a responsibility. But no father should feel like he has to carry the entire world on his shoulders. Strong fathers build strong families, but even strong fathers need support. Your family doesn't just need what you provide, they need you. Say this to your dad if you don't know what to tell them. You can send it as a text message. Your family. Say, hello, dad. I don't just need what you provide, I also need you. All right. Thank you for watching up to this point. This had to be a long one because it's hard to deal with fathers. They are going through a lot. All right. See you guys in the next session, and the conversation continues. Remember, we have done 4 over 10. We have 6 more mountains to climb. See you guys in the next session. Bye.